Well, guys, I am trying to catch us in some footage and stuff. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I've had a very busy life going on with trying to get some big major things going. You guys are going to find out very soon what those are. But this is the fender off of my truck. Um, I guess I've lost the footage from before this, but you can see how it's all duct tape holding all the pieces together. This is one of the rear fenders from my f-350 dually that I just redid. And it's not the side that the dirt bike fell through and broke the hole. This is the other side. And I actually had it parked in the driveway, and a friend came over and was parked next to it. We're talking and stuff, and as he backed out, he turned real sharp for some reason and backed right into this fender and just shattered it into so many little pieces. And he could see how it's just like a jigsaw. There's just little tiny pieces everywhere. And I I said, well, he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, yeah, it's like $250 for a fender, so I can order one. And it was no big deal. And I went online because that's what they were when I was redoing a truck. I found them on eBay for $250. But I decided to fix the one where my dirt bike went through. But I went online, and the cheapest one I can get was $850. And then there was shipping and everything else, and tax and stuff. And so it was going to be $1,000. So this guy here, he has a bunch of kids. He has like 7 kids, and they were renting this big house. So everybody had their own, had enough room for everybody. And then the owners of the house came back and said, hey, we're moving back in. You need to move up. So they were like in between places, or were living with their parents. And I just didn't want this guy to be out of his pocket. He was very stressed about it. So I decided I would just fix it up. So I lost the footage that was before this has showed it on the truck and everything. I cannot find it. So all right, guys, I have been working on this fender here and putting all the pieces together. I am missing actually a couple pieces. It actually looks a lot worse than what it is, but it comes in here. I gotta run over and see if I can find a couple of pieces here. There's actually a piece right here, and there's a little piece here and a little chunk over here too that I'm missing. I putting together basically like a jigsaw. This thing's pretty busted up. I'm gonna try to repair it. It just fell apart. I'm gonna try to repair it. I use this stuff. It's called, sorry about that. It's called plastic tank repair. And this is what I used on the other fender when it had the big hole in it. I pieced it all together, and it actually came out really good. So I'm gonna try to do it. Basically, I'm gonna try to piece all this back together and glue it and get the shape back to it. And then I'll be flipping it over and then sanding the whole backside of it and then putting this stuff on the backside. And if I can't find a couple pieces, then what I'll do is I got some plastic repair stuff for bumpers, the fill-in spots, and stuff for gouges. I'll probably just pour it in there and let it cure and stuff and kind of touch it up and get it there. And then I'll paint it back over with this rough texture stuff. We'll see if I can do it. I'm going to give it a try. It'll save about $1,000. The guy that did this, he's voluntarily, I pay for it. And when I was doing the other one, fender was $250. Now they're $850. And then you figure you got all the prep and all that other stuff, and then the paint and everything. I mean, it's like $1,000. I really don't want it. He's a super nice guy. It's just a simple accident. It's called an accident. So let's see if I can fix her up. Well, guys, we got this all pieced back together. I'm missing, I think, 3 pieces. I think there was a piece here, here, and here. I'm thinking that what happened is the guy picked up because there was pieces everywhere. This is all little tiny pieces. This whole thing has just been all glued back together. I'm thinking maybe he picked them up or whatever and threw them in his truck, or just I went over, I searched through the truck trying to figure it out. Could not find them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to scuff up the underside of it. All right, so I got a piece of fiberglass cloth laid on here and got it all cut out to cover all the different cracks and everything else. And so now I can pull that off. And I will use this Permatex plastic tank repair stuff. It works pretty dang good. I used this already on the other fender. It worked really good. So just copying what I'm doing. Probably throwing the camera all over the place. It comes in little packets like this here. And what you do is you just squeeze one and it mixes it up.
and then you just put it all over top, and there's a little paintbrush that comes with it. You just smear it all out, and then I'm gonna lay the fiberglass cloth over top of it, and then put some stuff over top of it, and make it all real nice and solid. Well, there we go. We got everything all patched up. Got that all patched and everything. And I actually ran and got a couple more containers of that stuff and put a coating over everything and smeared it all out nice and flat and everything. So I should be good to go. So I'm going to let it sit, and then tomorrow I'll come back and flip this over. And I think I'm going to fill the spots that are open with some plastic epoxy, and then kind of get it down to the regular shape, and then I'm gonna have to sand all this stuff down and then reapply the paint onto it, the textured paint.
Well guys, here we are next day, and this is all nice and dry. This is all dry and everything, so this is going to be all nice and reinforced now. So now I'll flip it over and take a peek at that side.
All right guys, so we got this all put in here. I got this all laid in. It's still like a little tacky, but it's in there. And I just took a body, I think you call them a spatula or something, little plastic deals, and I just kind of made sure they didn't rise up or nothing like that. I kind of filled in some of the bigger cracks too with it. It was this stuff right here. It's JB Well Plastic Bonder High Strength Structural Adhesive is what I used. And it's a little bit lower than that, but I'm going to keep it there. And then I'm going to wait till everything all hardens here. And then I will sand down the whole thing. All right, guys, so here's our fender. Everything is all dried now, so now I'm going to be sanding this and trying to get somewhat of a level surface here. And then I got some, it's a Bondo kind of made for plastic to fill in the voids and everything. But I'm going to do all around the cracks and stuff and fill this in. And I put some, it's a black epoxy that's made for plastic bumpers and stuff. And I filled those spots that were missing, the two pieces. I actually did find this piece. After I moved the fender, it was laying underneath it. The tip of it was missing, and this part was missing, but I found like a big chunk here. Oh well, I already filled it in. I even kind of tried to make the same body line in it. Well, there we go, guys. We got it all fixed up. I even put the body line back into it. And you can still see a couple of hairline cracks and stuff, but they're all filled in. Everything's all put back together. But when I put the texture paint on it, it's going to take care of all that stuff. So we'll see what it looks like on the truck. Well, guys, there it is. There's the fender. It's all put back on there and everything. Kept pretty good shape. There's, you know, a different shade here because it's the texture. It's smoother. So I just need to spray the texture on it. Next time I go down to Wisconsin, I'm going to the Drunk Carpenter, his pickup truck. I have some of his bed liner left, and he wants to have me spray his bed liner in his truck. So we're going to do that. And I had like 3 or 4 cans left, I think it was. And so I'll just spray this over and just do a little touch-up job down there, and it'll look good as new. There's a couple little cracks. It's a little hairline crack here. There's one down here. But when I put that texture on there, that'll take care of that, and that'll all be gone. So there it is. So I said $1,000. The guy was a real nice guy and stuff, and he actually has a whole bunch of kids. I think he has like 7 kids or something. And they actually just moved in with their parents because they were renting this big house that they could all fit in, but then the owners wanted the house back, so they were kind of living there trying to figure things out. And then awesome, boom, he hit me. And it's just like, you know. And I was like, it's $250, and he's like, yeah, no problem, I'll pay for it. And when I found out it's gonna be $850, and then by the time we figure shipping and everything, it's gonna be $1,000. And I was like, dude, I'll see what I can do. So it cost me about $40. And the glues and stuff, and I just a little bit of time, and I pieced her back together. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day watching this video, and if you're not, I can certainly try that all over again tomorrow. Yep, it's a yooper summer up here. It's rainy and cold, it seems like. We haven't really had any hot. I guess we got some hot temperatures coming. I'll catch you guys later.